such a time as this.
And welcome back to For Such a Time as This, the place where there is no such thing as a silent witness. Would like to encourage people to go to our website, for such a time as this .today, for such a time as this .today. There you can sign up for our email list and get an email in which our new material is sent to you in the form of an email. It looks really nice. YouTube is not circulating our videos. We actually had one video that got 2 million views, and our subscriptions quadrupled. But since then, our views now get less than half of what we got before we had the video. So we are clearly on their radar, and we are being censored. So if you would go to that website that we have and sign up for our emails, you will get the new material sent to you. Okay, now let's use as a backdrop of the video we're going to see today from the great theologian Don Lemon. Don Lemon, yes, you thought he was just a talking head on CNN. You are wrong. Don Lemon is a great theologian, and he's going to educate us this day on the true words of Jesus and the true meaning of Scripture. So, as a backdrop to what Don Lemon is going to teach us, we want to read the Scriptures. Jesus, when speaking to his disciples in the book of John, he says this, "Truly, truly, I say to you, an hour is coming and is now here, when the dead will hear the voice of the Son of God, and those who hear will live. For as the Father has life in himself, so he has granted the Son also to have life in himself. And he has given him authority to execute judgment." To execute judgment. Please, please, please remember that when you hear the great theologian Don Lemon teach us today. Jesus says in verse 27, and he has given him authority to execute judgment. Because he is the Son of Man. He is the Son of Man. In Daniel 7, verse 28, do not marvel at this, for an hour is coming when all who are in the tombs will hear his voice and come out, those who have done good to the resurrection of life, and those who have done evil to the resurrection of judgment. Remember that when we hear the great theologian Don Lemon, Jesus says, and those who have done evil to the resurrection of judgment. And so, Mr. Lemon, he is actually on the great theological roundtable on television named The View. The View. They're great women theologians who informed Don Lemon, and I think Don Lemon knew it, but they set it up and they say, Mr. Lemon, the Pope has now said that gay marriage is a sin. Your reaction, as though that's news to them, as though that's something new, the Pope reiterated that gay marriage is a sin. Don Lemon, then the great theologian Don Lemon, then explains to The View the true meanings of the words of Jesus, and he tells you Christians and Catholics alike all over the world what you ought to do instead of believing the archaic, wrong teachings of Jesus, that homosexuality is some sort of way is a sin. So without further ado, the great theologian Don Lemon.
Well, I think listen, I respect people's right to believe in whatever they want to believe in their God. But if you believe in something that hurts another person, that does not give someone the same rights or freedoms, not necessarily under the Constitution, because this is under God, I think that that's wrong. And I think that the Catholic Church and many other churches really need to re-examine themselves and their teachings, because that is not what God is about. God is not about hindering people or even judging people. people. And to put it in the context of race, I find that, Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. said the most segregated place on earth, time on earth, was 11 a.m. on a Sunday morning. So I think that religion and the pew keeps us from they're barriers from people actually getting to know each other. So I would say to the Pope and the Vatican and all Christians or Catholics or whomever, whatever religion you believe you happen to belong to out there, go out and meet people and try to understand people and do what the Bible and what Jesus actually said if you believe in Jesus, and that is to love your fellow man and judge not lest ye be not judged. So instead of having the pew hinder you, having the church hinder you, instead of being segregated in the church or among yourselves, go out and have a barbecue and meet people and start breaking bread with people and getting to know them, much as I do at Joy's house, mostly Sunny coming to my house, Sarah coming to my house, me going to Whoopi's house for barbecues, and I'm telling the truth. And then hopefully I will be celebrating some sort of meal with Megan and Liberty at her house or at my house.
So instead of reading the book of John and reading the scriptures and trying to understand what God clearly states in the scriptures from Genesis to Revelation, that homosexuality is a sin, instead of doing that, Christians and Catholics, have a barbecue.
For such a time as this,